Bonjour YouTube. On se retrouve aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle vidéo. Vidéo donc, on va réagir du coup au live d'annonce de Genshin. On est en live sur Twitch, n'hésitez pas à passer. Le lien est en description, tout comme le lien de mes autres réseaux. Et maintenant, on peut partir.
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I, Vraiment, the god of justice, will get to the bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me.
Oui, t'inquiète.
That sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks.
Ouais, t'inquiète.
My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant. If you honor the values of truth, justice, and divinity, then you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions.
Ok.
That's not bad. Now what's next? It's so hard.
Ah oui, attendez, par contre, faut que je cache. Faut que je ferme ma fenêtre. Flemme qu'il y ait des kékés qui fassent trop de bruit.
Bad. Now what's next?
Ouais, what's next?
It's so hard to predict how people are going to react. What should I say during the trial tomorrow?
Lady Farina, what are you doing?
Oh, Neuvillette!
Ouais, Neuvillette!
As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed? If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please make an appointment with Sir Intendant Chevalmeron in advance.
Ah, est-ce que c'est le... Oui,
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de
Quoi?
Cardinal, the Hydro Archon to be punished.
Quoi? Oh,
The death sentence.
Quoi? C'est bon, je suis hype.
You and I both know that there may be issues with the primordial sea.
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Wow.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done. Just trust me. You're Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not.
Oh. Attends, j'arrive toujours pas à me remettre de Farina déclarée coupable.
The show begins.
Ouais.
Let my name echo in song.
Ouais, Charlotte. J'adore le fait que son appareil photo est vraiment un lien avec ses aptitudes. Ça, j'aime bien.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
The prophecy.
Elle ne mourra pas.
What has been prophesized will be fulfilled. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice.
This
Wow.
judgment is fair and just.
Ça doit être le boss pour Farina, je suppose.
No more excuses.
Why should we acknowledge it?
Fusolo, why did you deceive us?
Oh.
Applaud and rejoice.
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
The trial of the Hydro Archon.
Oh.
Seem to remember
The
that.
floor will now
This trial is...
I now understand the true purpose behind this position.
Oh.
You are a devious one, Fusolo.
Everyone's dead. Papa, what should I do?
prophecy that you've been
Oh.
following should now be in full swing.
Quoi? T'es qui, toi?
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you. All will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Waouh. Waouh.
Hey, travelers! Welcome to the Genshin Impact
Ah,
version
coucou, Lumine.
4.2 special program. Woo! Yay!
Alors, je crois, hein,
I'm Sarah Miller Cruz, the
ce
voice
sera
of the
autour
female traveler
de
Lumine.
Fossalors.
And I'm joined
Je dis pas
today
du tout
by
ça
two
par rapport à
guests
l'image
to bring you
centrale
the
avec
latest
4
news for the
Fossalors,
upcoming version.
mais je crois que
Okay,
c'est
why
sur
don't you
Fossalors.
introduce yourselves? All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Farina, and
Me
I am
disais
super
bien
excited
que ça
to
me
be on
disait
this
quelque
special
chose.
program today.
Est-ce que c'est elle, Amalie, ou
Travelers
pas?
already met
Genre,
the Hydro
celle qui a
Archon
voicé
at the start of
Jing
their
Liu ou
journey
pas?
in Fontaine.
Je crois que c'est elle.
And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy?
Ouais.
Yeah, I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm
Coucou,
at
Neuville.
the edge of my seat. My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Neuvillette, the dragon sovereign of water and Udex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Neuvillette a very trustworthy partner, and I
Bon,
hope you
oui,
look
vu
forward
les
to seeing
dégâts
more
qu'il
of
fait,
him
oui,
in
je peux lui faire
Version
confiance à
4.2.
mon petit Neuville.
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Yep.
Okay, so next, let's dive into the major content
Non,
that
non,
we have
vraiment, j'ai
coming in version
l'impression que la
4.2.
voix de Furina,
In the intro, Farina
C'est
said
la
we
voix
need to make an appointment
de-
with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, you know,
de Jing
she's
Liu.
really busy as Fontaine's Archon, and she's a pretty big celebrity at the Opera House. So, the special program team gave me an itinerary to
Ouais.
follow, and it appears to show all of Farina's recent plans.
Farina's recent plans, let me guess. She's going to be going to trial, and then another trial, and then another.
Actually,
Tu as
that sounds
raison,
about
Neuville.
right.
Van là.
Okay, the itinerary seems pretty packed, so let's
Ouais.
take a look at the first item.
Sûrement.
Oh, looks like Ray called it. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah. There is
Huh?
nothing more important to Farina than attending trials at the Opera House. But this trial is a little different from the usual.
Ouais, il y a que,
Ooh, interesting.
il y a que un acte.
I know.
Oh, je m'en
keep
doutais,
looking
mais
at the
bon.
water rushing in. I'm like,
know.
what's happening? Yes, it looks like there's some
Mhm.
spotlights and like, is like a curtain. Mm-hmm. Seems like, you know, maybe
Ouais.
also Neuvillette is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe? Very
Bah, il a
He's
raison.
always keeping an eye on stuff, and always just a little bit disappointed.
Fair.
Eh,
In version
calmez-vous.
4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll
Ouais.
team up with Fontanian friends to
En
delve
plus, j'ai
deeper
vu
into the
que
hurricane
Masquerade of the
events
Guilty, je crois,
and
c'est le
face
truc
the
qu'ils
impending
avaient,
destruction foretold
ils
by
avaient mis
prophecy.
dans le truc du tout début.
Travelers
On
will
voyait un
gradually
perso de
unveil
chaque,
new facts behind this crisis
chaque région. Je
and
sais pas si vous
encounter
voyez
an
ce que je
evil
veux
that
dire.
has been lurking in the swirling depths.
Ooh.
I know.
Bah, sûrement
I
la,
know. Swirling
la grande,
depths. Very
la grande
spooky.
baleine, là, non?
Right. So, you know, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey
Bah,
into that.
ouais, je sais pas, hein.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater.
Oh, je sais pas
barely
si
arrived in time to
vraiment,
hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede.
Si vraiment c'est ça le truc le
has
pire qu'on a
reached
vécu,
Croissant.
hein, la prophétie.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by Navia's leadership of the Spina de Rosula. Though, we probably can't dismiss the assistance provided by the Knave either.
Oh,
Whatever her end goal may be,
ça veut dire,
it seems like she sincerely wants to save Fontaine from the prophecy. But
ça
there's
veut
only
dire
so much that
que
we can say.
que Nadia va
Travelers will have
rencontrer
to go
Arlecchino
and
là
play
dans
through the
l'acte
version
5.
themselves to discover
Ok.
the clues, adventures, and stories to come. Yes,
Ouais.
exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself when Act 5 of the Archon Quest becomes available.
Oui, et bah
Sounds
j'ai
good.
très hâte à l'acte 5, hein, en toute honnêteté.
Question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, yeah.
You mean child?
Yeah.
Ouais, Tartagliatelle.
We searched all over the fortress for him.
Yep.
Ouais, du coup, il est
I
dans
guess we'll
la,
just
dans la
have
mer
to live with the
primordiale, en
suspense
fait.
for a little longer. Not ideal, but it's fine.
It is what it is.
Pour qu'il y ait la grosse baleine, je
We
pense que
saw
c'est ça.
child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again.
Okay,
Ouais.
good. But we really need to talk about Farina. She's
What?
confronted
Why?
with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of
Ouais.
course, Fontaine will have the travelers help, but
Bien
what
évidemment, le
choices will our
voyageur.
Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis?
Voyageur en top, comme disait Jones.
Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina,
Ouais.
perhaps she'll have made some preparations.
Once again, disappointed.
Oh,
No way.
Come on, guys, have some faith.
Non?
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Farina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon.
Là, son gameplay, du coup?
Why are you just standing there with your mouth gaping? You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all, Fontaine's most beloved star, Farina. I'm on a very tight schedule, so you're lucky to even get an appointment with me. Oh
Du coup,
my
son
gosh,
gameplay.
I love her outfit.
Yes. Oh, and her eyes. like,
Ouais,
each of
et
them are
expliquez-moi
different. She's
aussi
got
bien
blue
comment elle fonctionne parce que j'ai pas capté.
Oh,
You know,
it's
like you'd
amazing.
expect
J'ai vraiment
for
pas
a
capté dans les
Hydro
leaks et
that she'd
tout.
have the best
Faut
drip.
vraiment qu'on m'explique en fait.
Oh.
Yes. Ooh.
Okay, you know what? It seems as if she's always dressed like she's about to attend a performance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Ouais.
That's Fontaine's biggest celebrity for you. And speaking of drip,
Voilà.
let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Les combat abilities.
Being too popular can be such a hassle. Who knew that people would adore me so much?
Oh, elle a un peu le même truc que Dory là avec la bulle.
Strike a pose.
Donc ça gomme.
World come alive.
Elle invoque des trucs qui lui font mal. Ah putain, il y avait Charlotte.
Whoa, that is
Wow.
so cool.
Coucou Charlotte.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I like the way
Agatha.
she kind of like bows.
Very dramatic.
Yes.
Mais elle est
It's like all of her
dramatique
moves
de
are part
base,
of a
elle.
performance.
Yes.
Totally. Also, look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage. Everyone else is just an extra.
Mhm.
Wait,
Ouais.
so the creatures
Ouais,
that
je vais essayer de
Farina
capter
summons,
comment elle
they
joue.
look
Hein.
a lot like the Fontamer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Oh, I love
Ouais,
them.
ouais, ils sont cute en vrai.
Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat! What a distinguished little gentleman!
Oui, qu'est-ce qu'il est
correction
distingué.
Here, Sarah. They're a bit
Oh.
different from Fontamer aberrants.
Okay.
I would know. To my knowledge, these creatures are Farina's, quote, honored guests. They even
Ouais.
help manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly.
Bichette.
So, Farina often invites guests to her tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire. And those creatures
Ouais, bah,
are actually special
C'est
guests
tout à
of
fait
the
d'appeler
Salon
un salon dans
Solitaire.
lequel tu reçois des gens.
And
Salon
she
solitaire,
even gave each member a name.
pas ouf.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Craboletta.
Bah, en haut à gauche, je suppose.
They're the best.
The crab, the one that's a crab, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And then you've got the housekeeper, Sir Intendant Cheval Moran.
Ah, there
Je
you go.
suppose c'est celle qu'on voit juste à gauche de
And
Farina.
the conférencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Ouais, Usher, ça
That
doit être le
last
mec
one
dans
is
la
a
pieuvre
stickler
là.
for propriety.
Oh, okay. So when Farina said to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran, this is who she was referring to?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't
Ok,
know it
c'est
was so
cute.
cute.
C'est un hippocampe,
Farina even makes
d'accord.
him spew bubbles in her idol
Ouais, non, mais j'avais capté, c'était pour voir si vous
Oh my
suiviez,
gosh,
hein, bien
That's
évidemment.
adorable. Okay,
I'm sure everyone is just itching to know more about the skills shown in that clip. So,
Ouais,
Amber, why
explique-moi
don't you
tout.
take it away? Tell us everything.
Explique-nous
Yes,
tout.
you got it.
Yay!
So, Farina is a hydro sword user.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment in combat. When in this
Ouais.
state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members of the Salon Solitaire,
Ouais.
Mademoiselle
Elle invite
Crabaletta,
les
Sir
machins
Intendant
à
Chevaleron,
join le
and
truc,
Gentilhomme
ok.
Usher to the stage.
I love it.
It's so cute. And, you know, these salon members will attack nearby opponents, prioritizing the target of the active character.
Ooh.
Ok.
Their damage increases the more characters there are in
Ok,
the
donc
party
ils
over a
absorbent des
certain
PV.
HP amount.
Et ça augmente les
Okay, I
dégâts.
was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually defaults to an Usia Arca alignment. So she has
Oh
more
purée,
than
ça veut
one
dire qu'elle a le
Yes,
truc Usia et le truc
exactly.
Pneuma. On est d'accord,
Farina's
c'est
charged
ça.
attack not only deals physical damage, but also allows her to switch between Usia
Ok,
and Pneuma
donc
Arca
tu fais le
alignments.
E
Whoa.
pour
Wow,
switch
based on what
entre
we just saw,
Usia,
it seems
enfin
like her
l'attaque
Arca
chargée
alignment
pardon,
has an effect on her
pour
other
Usia et
skills as well.
Pneuma.
Yes, sure does. Farina's elemental skill changes
Ah putain, et du coup ça
depending on
change
whether
le
she's
truc qu'elle
aligned with
qu'elle
Usia
entre
or
guillemets
Pneuma.
invoque.
That's cool. It's super cool. After Farina uses her charged attack to switch to a Pneuma Arca alignment, her elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to
Ouais,
nearby
enchanteur des
party
eaux.
members.
Ok, ça
Right,
soigne.
yes. The summons created by
Donc t'en as
Farina's
qui font des
elemental
dégâts
skill
et un
will
autre qui
remain on the
soigne.
field for a period of time even after Farina is switched out.
Ok, ça
Farina's
reste sur le
elemental
terrain,
burst
ok.
deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party
Ouais.
member's HP increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare points. That's my trumpet.
Donc
Amazing.
t'es pas obligé de faire ça, mais bon,
So,
ok.
Farina increases the damage and the incoming healing bonus of nearby party members
Ah.
based on the amount of fanfare
Ouais,
she
donc
has.
son ultime
Wow,
buff
it seems like this
les
fighting
trucs
style
qu'elle
really
invoque.
suits Farina's character. It's very showy and unpredictable.
Totally. I can already see the
Ah, question,
fluctuations
est-ce que
in my
les
team's
bulles,
HP
ça
bar.
fait
That
partie de son
healing skill
gameplay
might come
ou
in
c'est...
handy.
Yeah, for real. And
Ou c'est juste dans
due
le
to her
live?
knowledge of deepwater aberrants, Farina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the xenochromatic Fontamore
Ah.
aberrants.
Ooh.
Wow, you
Ok.
did that again.
Yeah,
Pas mal.
and that'll make it even easier to uncover the
Ok,
secrets
pas ouf.
lurking in the depths.
Enfin,
Always
pas
the
ouf, mais...
secrets lurking.
Ouais, je vais pas m'en servir, quoi.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Farina's summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water.
Oh my god,
that is
it's
so
Jesus!
Yes.
Hey,
Ok,
I
ça, par
actually
contre, c'est
saw that
stylé, je
Farina's
trouve.
outfit changes whenever she switches between Arca
Oh,
alignments.
yeah.
Yeah, good eye. You're correct. It does change. But, you know,
Oui,
such
ouais,
is
ça
the
change.
celebrity, I suppose.
Ouais,
So if you want to
changement de
learn
fin, quoi.
more about
Ok,
Farina,
ouais.
then be
Story
sure
quest.
to accompany her on her story quest, the Animula Kuraji chapter.
Donc, du coup, je suppose qu'à l'acte 2, on aura le
Okay,
deuxième boss
so
de
next up we
Fontaine,
have another old friend to introduce.
Charlotte.
She's now able to join the
ça.
traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right.
J'adore leur
It's
accent
Charlotte!
anglais pour leur truc français.
Adorable.
So cute.
We've known Charlotte for
Ouais,
a
elle
while
est
now.
cute.
The traveler met her during the
En
Summoner
fait, elle
Summit
a...
event,
c'est un
which took
mix
them
entre
on an
March,
adventure all
Pom-Pom
over Tibet. Yes,
et un peu
that's right.
Beyoncé, mais pas
Charlotte's
ouf. Surtout
hard-hitting
March et
spirit and
Pom-Pom, en vrai.
determination to uncover the truth really leave an impression, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right. During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the traveler to a magnificent meal in order to get a scoop about Wriothesley? Though she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end.
Encore heureux.
But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her
Ouais.
treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her
Est-ce que
camera,
son
Monsieur
E,
Verite
il a
just
une...
so happens to be her
Dans sa
greatest
caméra,
assistant
c'est...
and
Est-ce que ça
companion.
fait un même
They're
truc un peu
friends.
que celui
Charlotte's
de
talent for
Naïda?
photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of
Ouais,
artistry.
donc Charlotte, la
The
goutte de
peerless
la
Monsieur
photo, quoi.
Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontanians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as
Je
clippings.
pense qu'on aura
That's so
une
And
escapade avec
Monsieur
elle.
Verite is so cute, even has his own little hat and tie.
I know.
Oh putain, j'avais pas
Charlotte
vu.
actually commissioned
La
both
caméra,
of
elle
those
est trop
items from
cute, j'avoue.
Fiore. She even commissioned Monsieur Verité's accessories in several different styles to match different interview settings.
Ok, c'est grave cute.
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows how much Charlotte cherishes her own Monsieur Verité.
Yes,
Monsieur
it really
Verité.
does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Ouais, vas-y,
Yes.
showcase-nous là.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
Ouais, du coup, elle sert vraiment sur l'appareil photo, j'aime bien. Ça doit être son E.
Say cheese! Breaking news!
Non, ça doit être ça, son E. Ah, ce qu'on a vu avant, ça doit être l'attaque chargée. Ok.
Wow. Oh, amazing.
Yeah, she's really like moving around.
Yes!
Ouais, elle est très
Honestly,
moving
it's
around.
just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
makes
then like
sense.
what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's
Ouais.
moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like
Yes.
she's always on the move.
Who's
Ouais.
on the march? Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents
En
that she's
vrai,
developed
j'aime
as a
vraiment
reporter
le
to
fait
other
que-
areas of her life, and that
que
includes combat.
c'est-
With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verité,
que ces
she
aptitudes,
captures
ça
enemies from
utilise en
all
fait les
angles,
photos,
unleashing
l'appareil
attacks
photo.
while discovering and exposing their
Genre, ça
weaknesses.
colle à elle.
Yes.
Honestly, I would expect nothing less from one of Fontaine's most famous reporters. Who knew cameras could do that, though? I didn't know
Ouais.
you could use them as a
Vas-y,
weapon.
alors.
The more you know, I guess.
Ton E, ça fait quoi?
Okay, here's some cool stuff. Charlotte's elemental skill applies snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's
Ouais.
duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage.
Whoa.
Holding Charlotte's elemental skill
Okay.
strengthens these effects and applies focused impression to opponents instead. Now, her elemental burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its
Ah,
range. Monsieur
ça
Verité,
heal.
he's also going to join in and intermittently attack opponents during the
Okay.
duration of the ability. As an experienced reporter, Charlotte is an expert at adapting her methods to match the needs of her target. When paired with Fontaine characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Now,
Ah.
that is not all. There is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to receive a special gadget called the Zoom Lens. When Charlotte
Oh.
activates the Zoom Lens, it will trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
Oh.
That is so cool.
Yep.
That is super rad. And, you know, I have a feeling some super cool pictures are going to come out of that.
Ouais,
Oh, yeah.
We're
j'adore.
going to provide more information about the zoom lens and how to use it
Ça peut être
during the
grave
event
utile.
overview portion.
So, Farina and Charlotte will both be featured in
Ok.
version 4.2
Bon, bah, la dernière arme de la
Event
première
Wishes.
phase, pas
In the
ouf.
first half of version 4.2, we'll have Event Wishes showcasing Farina and Baiju.
Baiju.
During this time, Charlotte will also receive a huge drop rate boost.
Ouais.
Huge
Je verrais pour invoquer Farina, ouais.
Huge boost. A new 5-star sword, Splendor of
Ouais, son
Tranquil
arme, quoi.
Waters, will be featured in the weapon
Mais
event
bah,
banner.
pour le coup, au vu de l'arme de Baiju, pas ouf quoi.
And in the second half of version 4.2,
Oh, Bébou
we'll have
Ayato,
reruns
fichtre.
for Sino and Ayato. Okay, let's take a look at what other
Est-ce que je
information we
l'invoque?
can learn from Farina's itinerary. It looks
Je
like
sais pas si
she's
j'invoque.
investigating something.
Si j'invoque Farina ou
Oh, there's
Ayato.
even a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Je regarde,
Okay,
selon
well,
les
it
bannières.
says, Strange rumblings have been heard in the
Wow.
depths of Fontaine's waters.
Je verrai selon les.
Oh, it's here already?
Selon les. Comment ça va s'annoncer les.
Oh.
Well,
Wow.
it looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue stars. It's so pretty.
Oh, I remember this well. I recognize this well.
Ouais, c'est
Wait,
la de
yeah,
Tartare.
isn't this the whale that the traveler saw in Child's vision at the end of the version 4.1 Archon quest?
À
Yep,
peine.
the same one. After ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the
Ah.
seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ouais, donc globalement,
It's real
ouais,
big.
ce sera ça le
It
boss de
feels
gauche, je
like
pense.
it might even burst right through the screen.
Oh, I hope not.
En vrai, ce sera un screamer un peu drôle.
That this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through, you know?
Ah.
Exactly. In the first phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the traveler with massive AoE attacks from all directions. Dodging is definitely your friend with this one.
Oh boy. Okay. So there also seems to be sort of a progress bar.
Bah, en
next
vrai,
to the
pas
boss's
forcément
HP
dodging,
bar.
d'ongli
What's
aussi.
that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The
Ouais.
creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger, perhaps you'll also find its weaknesses.
Oh, okay. Wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it
Uh-oh.
even possible to survive
Quoi?
something like that?
I guess here it is.
Ooh.
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new enemy
What?
here with a massive sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these summoned creatures also look vaguely familiar to
I
Quoi?
wonder what the deal is with all of this.
Waouh.
Perhaps defeating this mysterious enemy within this space will be the key to defeating the whale? Travelers will need to experiment for themselves.
Ooh, yeah. All truths will be revealed in version 4.2.
Ok. Faudra voir comment ça se passe.
Oh man, this boss looks really, really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat it?
Ooh.
Okay, this update actually helps with that problem. Starting from
Ouais.
4.2, an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers are struggling to defeat them during a main quest.
Ah, sur la quête
Hopefully, this provides a
principale.
smoother gaming experience
Ok,
for
ouais,
travelers
ça
to
c'est
enjoy.
bien.
Oh, I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting stuck while trying to advance the main story.
Ok, ça c'est bien.
Totally.
Ça veut dire que du coup, je pense que pour
Hey, that was a lot of
Raiden,
information, wasn't it? Can we
pour
take a short
Niora,
little break
pour
while we have a look at the
Azaa,
second
pour
redemption code, maybe?
Yeah,
Kara,
yeah.
Apep,
Let's do
je
it.
pense que tu pourras faire ça aussi pour eux.
Hello, travelers. Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Bah, il manque les
Hello,
events, je
hello.
crois.
Yay! So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a
Bah,
look
les
at what
events,
other
globalement.
information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. Okay, aside from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind the scenes?
I certainly didn't.
Ah oui, ok,
Well,
oui,
you know,
par
maybe
contre.
she's just using it as an excuse to scout out a place for one of her tea parties.
Attends,
Oh.
c'est
Farina
2
and
zones ou une zone?
excuses. Typical.
Ou 4 zones?
Hey, it seems like the place
trois
Farina has
zones,
chosen to
je sais
visit
pas.
this time features some peculiar landscapes.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina is in Aranea's forest on the east side of Fontaine. And that's right behind the Opera House.
What a cool place!
Ouais, en vrai, c'est
Although-
très beau.
It does kind of look like it could be hiding some secrets.
Definitely
Bien sûr
would be
que
a
ça
video
cache des
game if there
secrets.
weren't secrets.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
are definitely not
Et du
what
coup,
they
bah,
seem.
je
For
suppose
example,
qu'il y
strange
aura
things
des
have been
quêtes et
happening
tout.
with the water veins around
Ouais, bah, ne
Loch
serait-ce que par
Wriothesley.
rapport à ce
As you
truc-là.
can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the vortex rising from the middle of the lake. It's almost like it's preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away.
Ouais.
And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Oh
That's
non.
why they call it the foggy forest
Oh,
path.
me dis pas que ce
What
sera le
about
même
this
truc que
area? The
Tsurumi
weeping willow of
Island.
the lake.
Ooh, it looks all withered and
And
spooked.
the
Ah,
water
j'aime
doesn't
bien cet
look
endroit.
quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bah, elle est
It
sale,
seems
quoi.
like Verena also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate, and what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Ah.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover. beneath
Y a un
Fontaine's
nouveau.
waters. In this update, we'll encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the
Oui,
xenochromatic ball
un nouveau comme
octopus.
ça.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to cleanse away the contamination clots and contamination cores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special device, travelers will be able to use this creature's abilities on the surface as well. They may be the
Oh.
key to solving certain puzzles or perhaps even powering certain objects. but we'll leave that for you to discover.
Ooh.
To learn more about the story
j'aime
behind
bien.
the new Araneus Forest region, be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Araneus.
Ouais, voilà,
Give you a
qui me
hint,
demande.
Melazines are involved.
Melazines? Really?
Bah, c'est étonnant que ce soit Neuvillette qui va en parler, des mélusines. Parce que c'est certainement pas
To the
Neuvillette
south of
qui
Araneus
kiffe les
Forest,
mélusines,
you'll
genre, il les
find the
trouve trop
Mortal
cute.
region. There,
Attends,
a
oui.
singular tower stands tall
Oui,
above
voilà,
an
la
island in the
tour,
middle
là.
of the sea.
On peut enfin
Perhaps
y
it's
aller.
also
Au début, je
guarding
croyais que
some
c'était ça, moi, la tôle.
secrets.
La prison.
Ooh.
Ah, la prison qui est pas
Actually, it
vraiment
looks
une
like that's
prison,
the
mais
very
vous
next
voyez
stop
l'idée,
on
quoi.
Farina's itinerary, so let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so
Bien
excited that we
évidemment
finally get to check it
qu'on l'a
out.
remarqué.
Yeah,
En même temps,
same.
c'est pas comme si
in
ça-
version
c'était pas remarquable non
4.2,
plus.
the sealed ruin tower is the focus of a quest series called Search in the
Oh non, pas une
LGC.
série de quêtes.
I know. And after
Bon, on
unlocking
verra
4
bien.
seals along its perimeter, the tower and its long buried secrets will be unveiled to us.
Oh,
Ouais.
amazing! Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes.
Et je suppose que
I
dans les
want
quêtes, il y aura
answers.
le nouvel
I also
aberrant
We all want
fond-tamarin,
I also
la
heard
poulpe.
this quest has something to do with the
Ah,
primordial
ok,
sea.
là c'est un peu
It
intéressant
seems
du
like
coup.
there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not
Ouais.
limited to the 2 new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places where destinies intersect.
Ah, c'est-à-dire un boss qui arrive dans une ancienne région.
In certain underwater
Ah.
cave, a new life form is waking up. It has greater
Ok.
and more diverse powers of transformation while in combat. So don't let your guard down, travelers.
C'est moi ou c'est
And
à la
some
quête
places
Anna,
still
je sais
seem to
pas
tell the
quoi?
stories of events long past, no matter how long they've been abandoned.
Non, autant pour moi,
So
c'est
in
pas
this
du tout
update,
là.
travelers can also look forward to the climax
Oui.
of the Narcissan Croix adventure quest line that was introduced over the last 2 versions.
Oh non, putain, ils ont
And
troll, j'ai cru
there
qu'on
might
pouvait...
even be an unexpected
J'ai cru qu'on pouvait
surprise
retourner
waiting
dans
at
la
the
zone
end.
trop belle.
Ooh, a
Oui,
surprise!
et la surprise,
I
c'est
can't wait to see
que
what it is.
c'est qu'il y a une cinématique.
All right, there's a lot to
Déjà, ça, on
discover
l'a
in
vu
the
dans le
new areas
trailer.
of the map. But Farina's itinerary
Oh.
doesn't stop
Ah,
there.
ça, c'est très joli, j'aime bien.
Oh, wait. It looks like she's arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Aw.
Farina is
Wow.
pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of,
Ouais, les
let's
events.
move on to the
Allez.
event portion.
Whoop, whoop.
Ah, ce
Alright,
sont de la
The
police.
Fontaine Fishing Association has
Pardon.
recently posted a commission
Oui,
to
oui,
investigate the
Fréminet,
rumors
oui,
of water
Fréminet,
imps
bébou.
near Araneus Island.
Ooh, another investigation.
Let's go.
I know.
Féminin.
Oh, and
Oui.
Féminin seems to be involved.
Oui.
That little clockwork
Oh, c'est moi ou c'est
penguin
Dieu
next to
Hazard,
him
là?
must be one of his other
Bah, vous voyez
companions.
là,
But
que,
it doesn't look like Pear.
Actually, its name is Thelxie.
que
The name
Delia
comes from a
protège.
Fontanian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater. Adults would use
J'ai
the story
tellement
to
hâte
keep children
d'avoir,
away from the shore.
d'avoir
story
notre
goes,
cher
Children
Féminin.
who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Ooh,
Jeepers.
yeah, for real. Ugh, well, children must be pretty afraid of that creature.
I know,
Non,
right?
ça fait pas peur.
It does seem a little unusual for Fremenade to give this little penguin a name like that.
Moi,
There
je
must
suis...
be some other
Je
reason.
suis
Wait, hey, does
solide
this
dans
event
ma
also have
tête, j'ai
something
pas
to do
peur.
with this clockwork penguin?
Absolutely. In this event, we'll be helping Fremenade make some improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of
Ouais.
3 main stages to
Ok,
the
3
event.
parties.
As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return,
Voilà.
the little guy will help us out on our journey.
Oh, I
Pretty
love
cool.
that.
As our
Oh,
journey progresses, we'll collect colorful shells, corals, and other items which can be used to outfit our little friend with weapons and
ok,
equipment.
j'adore.
Which brings us to the
J'adore.
second stage of the event,
J'adore.
using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
And you know, what happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You know, like monsters, puzzles,
Oh.
and all that jazz.
Well, it seems like the perfect opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
Exactly.
C'est pas le...
In the
le
third
but-
stage
le-
of the event, the clockwork
Oui.
penguin will help us defeat monsters
c'est du
lurking
combat.
around a specific domain and obtain any treasures that they may be guarding. Of course, The Clockwork Penguin will provide different buffs in each battle to help travelers emerge victorious.
Whoa.
Now, as for the story behind these battles, travelers will just have to find out for themselves.
Ouais.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Oh là.
Cool.
Hania, a friend we
quoi?
met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine to promote Lil Fungi's Fantastic Fiesta.
Oh, and
Hola.
speaking of fun, guys, I think I recognize some familiar faces. Bongo Head, it's time to shine!
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the
Attends, c'est
gameplay
quoi?
has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in battle against
Ah,
Mechanici.
ok, c'est
This
bon, je
time,
vois.
we'll have the opportunity to challenge a whole host of powerful monsters.
Awesome. Travelers will be able to command a variety of fungi, adjusting their movement to target different enemies. And don't forget to use marvelous gels to instruct the little
Ouais.
fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy playing with the fungi more than
Ouais.
ever.
Here's hoping.
Ça peut être fun, je
actually, I
pense.
have a little note here to pass along from our developer friends. It's the note, some unfolding. Well, they hope to make the little fungi and some other events permanent so travelers can play at any time. The
Oh.
team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay. So they're going to continue iterating, optimizing, and improving this event while also
Oui.
working hard to develop interesting content that is relevant to the overall game. Thanks,
Oui.
Debs.
Oui.
Thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has in store. Oh, it's the Graph Adversarial
Hein?
Technology
Ok, du
Experiment
coup, ça, c'est
Log.
le zoom
I'm
là qu'on
more
a vu.
than ready to fight some adversaries.
Oh,
Let
fight.
me at 'em!
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve
Oh
fighting.
oui.
A researcher
Oh,
obsessed with
merci.
graph adversarial technology has made great contributions to the study of counter-criminal image recognition.
Je suis pas hyper
She
fan
believes that her
des
research
events
can
où
help
tu
her
dois te
achieve great
battre.
success. But her scholarly responsibilities make it difficult for her to collect the field samples that she needs.
Ouais.
I'm guessing this is where the traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong. But Pauline's request is actually pretty reasonable.
L'épine
To
Pauline.
receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Quoi?
Sounds simple enough.
You can also exchange these samples with your friends. You might be able to find useful references for the samples that you need to collect in the Adventure Archive. At the end of the quest, travelers will receive a special gift from Pauline.
Ooh.
That's
Le
right!
truc
It's
zoom.
the zoom lens we mentioned during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun.
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained in the game up to this point. When equipped with other characters, the zoom lens won't be able to be used in combat, but if you switch to Charlotte and hold your elemental skill, you'll be able to snap pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Ah, ok,
Double
ok.
wow. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And
Ça peut être
I bet travelers will be able to
hyper bien.
capture some amazing moments in co-op
Ok,
mode
j'aime bien.
too.
And
J'aime bien
even if you
beaucoup.
miss the chance to participate in the event,
Ouais,
there's
tu
no
peux
need
les
to worry.
acheter maintenant,
Travelers
les
will still
trucs.
be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends. Sweet.
It seems
là,
like
c'est le
Farina
truc
has
de combat.
also learned of the existence of a domain shrouded in mist.
Oui, mais montrez-nous pour le...
Travelers who master the
Montrez-nous le
ley line features
cache-cache
and put
là
together
où tu te
the
déguises.
strongest party
Je
will
veux
be
le
able to
retrouver,
easily
c'était le
beat the
meilleur event.
Now, less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage of the buffs brought about by the ley line are also great ways to come out on top.
That's right. And travelers who are more confident in their combat skills can choose to jump
En vrai,
straight
cet
to the
event-là,
final
je l'avais bien aimé.
challenge. Also, the Leyline Overflow event will
Okay.
return at the end of version 4.2. Now might be the perfect time to start building your parties. Hopefully, you're all excited for the fabulous events that version 4.2 has in store, but there are still more surprises to share. Yay!
Qu'est-ce que t'as à nous partager?
Well, before we get into them, let's take a quick
Okay,
break to
dernier
have a look
code.
at the final redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Okay.
See you in a bit.
Welcome
Alors.
back, travelers. Okay, I just took
Vas-y.
a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end.
Ouais.
I know.
Et il reste...
So we've submitted
5
our
minutes.
appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version.
Les optimisations.
into it.
Alors,
Okay, so first up is the Quick Challenge feature for weekly bosses.
Ah.
New players or players who prefer to spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain weekly bosses.
Ah.
And it's difficult
Ah
to raise
oui,
new
pas
characters
mal,
when you can't
ça.
access the boss drops needed to ascend a certain character.
Totally. True.
In
Pas
version
mal du tout.
4.2, travelers who are at adventure rank 40 or above will have the option to quick challenge a weekly
Ok, faut
boss
être au
by
minimum de
navigating
40.
to the Trounce Domain section of the Adventure Handbook. All weekly bosses will be available to challenge, except
Oh,
Stormterror
Red
and the Wolf of
Notification
the
Dot, ça veut
North.
dire que je vais pouvoir enlever le point
Nice.
d'exclamation qui me gêne à
Yeah,
cause
now
de
we don't have to
la
wait to
C6 de
advance the
Bennett.
story before we can level up a new character's talents and skills.
Exactly. Also, we're introducing
Ouais.
an update to Genius Invocation TCG. In version 4.2, 3 new character cards and 5 new action cards will be added. There will also be an
okay.
Accelerate Duel feature, which will provide a smoother gaming experience.
Oh,
Pretty cool
oh
stuff.
oui.
After the version 4.2 update, deck sharing codes will also be
Ça,
available.
oh
Use them to
oui.
show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
Ok,
That's
ça va
cool.
être génial.
Awesome. And, you know,
C'est
since
hyper
the
long.
number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been
Ok,
increased
ça,
from
c'est
10
bien
to
aussi.
20.
Doubled.
Doubled! Double! And in addition,
Wow.
both the maximum number of starting slots and the number
Ah.
of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double!
Double, double. Je pense pas qu'on pourra enlever
Developers have also made a number of
les
optimizations to the
constelles.
Genius
Je
Invocation
pense que ce sera
TCG
dans les
interface.
paramètres, par
Heated
contre.
Battle Mode and the Forge Realms Temper Endless Swarm will also return in version 4.2.
Ooh.
Ok.
And in addition to the updates made to Genius Invocation TCG, returning travelers will enjoy ample login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy of the Genshin Impact Project team.
Ah.
May those returning to Devat have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's
Ok.
nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new
Je
story
vois.
keep privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and hangout events. Ooh, ooh.
Amazing.
Je le referai
Red
pas.
notification dots have also
Voilà,
been
vas-y.
optimized. Notifications that have already been cleared will no longer reappear when logging in on a different
Oh.
platform.
Yo.
C'est juste ça.
Quest optimizations will also be available in version 4.2. The first one pertains to unlocking story quests.
Ah, tu
Travelers
peux
will now
unlock,
get
mais
to
tu peux pas
choose whether
accepter.
to accept a story
Ok,
quest after
autant pour
unlocking
moi,
it.
on pourra pas
Whoa,
enlever les
nice.
points
And
d'exclamation de
hopefully,
quand
travelers
t'as
won't be overwhelmed by a sudden influx
quand
of
t'as la
quests
C6
anymore.
de Bennett et que tu veux pas l'activer, par
The
exemple.
update has also made notifications about prerequisite quests even clearer, making it easier for players to proceed to certain content.
That's awesome.
Okay, great.
Oh.
And it seems
J'ai
like
eu un
that's
faux
all we have
espoir
for the
pour
latest
plus avoir
version
le point
update.
de
I
la
guess that means
d'exclamation
it's
de
time
la
for the
C6 de
4.2
Bennett
special
là.
program to come to a close.
Ah, c'est la fin.
Well,
Ou
there's
qui, c'est
so
la
much
fin, c'est la
exciting
fin, c'est la
stuff
fin.
happening, and I know personally, aside from all the intrigue around the story and
Ah.
characters, I'm personally very jazzed for the Fun Guy event.
Yes, how
Ouais,
could you
l'event
not
des
be?
Fungus, il est pas
They
trop
keep on
mal.
adding
Il sera pas
so
trop mal,
much
je
cool
pense.
stuff to this game. For me, I love the idea of the combat camera.
Ouais, ça
but,
aussi, c'est trop bien.
For me and Monsieur Neuvillette, we are here for the Melusines.
Well, this
Ouais.
has been so much fun with both of you. I'm really grateful we could all be here today together.
En vrai, je trouve ça bien que
honestly,
Lumine
I'm
ait
just
puisse
really
présenter des
glad
programmes
that
aussi.
we're gonna get to
Enfin,
see how all
c'est
these
pas Lumine qui
mysteries
présente vraiment, mais vous
unfold.
captez quoi.
And
Mhm.
maybe,
Je trouve ça
I
vraiment
don't
bien,
know,
ouais.
maybe it'll have a nice ending in 4.2. We'll have to see.
Bah,
But
j'espère,
that's it
oui.
for the version 4.2 special program. Thank you so much, everybody,
Au
and see you
revoir.
all in game.
À bientôt en jeu.
Bye. Toodaloo.
Touloulou. Oh là. Alors, chers voyageurs, votre audience avec la déesse de la justice, régente, enfin reine de bien des eaux et la célébrité la plus populaire de tout Fontaine, Madame Furina a été granted, genre donnée quoi. C'est 8 novembre 2023 et faut être sûr d'arriver à l'heure. Ok, faut être sûr d'arriver à l'heure quoi. Ok. Bref, sur ce YouTube, Merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo jusqu'au bout. On se retrouve demain pour le React Live Donkai Star Rail. Enfin, pour vous demain, pour moi dans la foulée. Et puis, encore une fois, n'hésitez pas à aller check mes réseaux, donc Instagram, TikTok, je m'y remets petit à petit, et à venir sur Twitch également, les liens sont en description. Et puis, sur ce, ciao!